Speaker, building critical mass and branding. We all know the strategic problem of Sarawak. We are big geography with a tiny population in isolated location. Our big geography means that it is costly to build the basic infrastructure to cover the whole land. Our tiny population means that we are not suitable for labor-intensive industries, while our large landmass is inclined to force us to be especially related to agriculture. We do not have the critical mass in the population. Our relative isolation means that our communication with the rest of the world is also expensive. It raises our cost of doing business. Our cost of transport and logistics is made even more uneconomical by its low volume. We do have some extremely challenging issues to tackle. For economies of scale, Dato' Ahmad Speaker, we must develop Kuching strategically into a major competitive city with sufficiently skilled workforce. As people from small towns and villages naturally converge in big cities, let Kuching be that city that retains Sarawakians who are looking for big opportunities instead of abroad. There is plenty of room for Kuching to grow. Kuching population in general has been growing at a very slow pace of 1.5% per annum in the last 7 years to 685,000 people. Kuching City, the North and South combined, has an estimated population of 360,000 people in 2017. Padawan itself has an estimated population of 303,000 people. Samarahan about 95,000 people, and Syrian about 101,500 people. Therefore, the Greater Kuching now has the population of 1 million. The pace of population growth is likely to be constrained by the lack of good jobs and business opportunities in Kuching. For Kuching to be vibrant, it must be economically vibrant. We expect the population of Kuching to grow to 1.2 million people in the next 10 to 15 years so that we can have even a better critical mass. We must plan Greater Kuching for growth in a systematic manner. Growth of the city will be triggered by the development of the digital economy, which we are now actively pursuing. We hope to create good jobs for talents among Sarawakians. We have to attract talent from overseas to come, to live and work here in Sarawak as well. A private education industry will attract students and create talents. A private healthcare industry will attract visitors to come on a regular basis. We shall build the Greater Kuching as a smart city based on transit-oriented development, TOD, with a good public transport system structured on the light rail transit, LRT, supported by integrated auxiliary transport system like BRT, taxis, ride-sharing services, and private vehicles. Indeed, there is a lot we can do to make Kuching and the Greater Kuching area into a livable urban conurbation. We must also densify our city center to attract young talents who are happy to live in compact housing packed with modern amenities. Kuching should no longer just belong to Kuching people. Kuching should play host to the whole world. Kuching has the attraction of both the modern and the very ancient. We should price our attraction properly because our natural assets are unique in the world. Building all types of infrastructure is the responsibility of the government of the day, like roads and other basic amenities. As for the LRT, it also the responsibility of the government to mitigate urban population travel woes, which is another form of cost center. Better still, to anticipate the potential travel problems as Kuching grows. The ultimate purpose is to minimize economic opportunity cost without too much expectation for its ROI ataupun return on investment, because we expect a lot of future spin-offs from that infrastructure development. We know that the private sector and the general public will be the obvious major beneficiaries. In other words, if we cannot achieve commercial viability, we have to ensure economic feasibility, where social benefits are greater than financial costs. We therefore cannot see the development of LRT in isolation, but as a trigger to a larger scheme of things. The LRT can be one centerpiece in a larger field, whereby the overall result of the entire scheme is a net gain for the city, even in financial terms, when all the related elements are taken into consideration. I take note the suggestion of member for Kota Sentosa, who proposed that the government should commission the construction of a Trans-Sarawak railway system, not only to carry passengers and cargoes. I certainly have that in mind as well, but let us start with the light railway system first. Don't run before you can crawl, as he himself and our members of opposition has been propagating. Of course, I never lose sight of the needs of other parts of Sarawak in the years to come. I find that the wishes from the other side in the guest house seem to be in a confused state of mind. Other Speaker, finally, I wish to put emphasis of Sarawak as attraction for visitors of all kinds, students, businessmen, and recreational tourists. So far, Sarawak has been and still is being marketed primarily as a tourist destination, a destination for recreational tourists. This should not be the case. Sarawak has more attraction for many different kinds of visitors, including naturalists and environments and anthropologists. I think Sarawak has a brand that can be successfully marketed in generic terms for the purpose of positioning Sarawak strategically in the world. The image of a place where people must come to visit and stay and live, work and play. This special incentive payment is also in view of the commendable financial performance and healthy financial position of the state, which is attributed to their committed service, prudent spending and discipline. Financial management of the civil service. The state has the financial capacity to undertake this special incentive payment involving an estimated sum of 45 million ringgit. The special incentive payment will be made in December 2017. This one excludes the bonus that we give during Hari Raya. But certain government, they include the Hari Raya that have been paid. I don't want to mention which government lah. Dia pusing-pusing. But Sarawak, one go. Minimum 2,000 because they have contributed a lot from Barisan National Government. I trust that this special incentive payment will further motivate our civil service to continue with their excellent service delivery. Dato' Ahmad Speaker, I have spoken at length on many issues because we have to do many things together at the same time. Things are not likely to succeed if we do them one by one. This is because we are dealing with a community of people and each must have a role to play. As I lay out my ideas, I hope I do not give the impression that I will be the only person in Sarawak doing everything for Sarawak. No, no at all. On the contrary, I am creating opportunities for more people to get involved, those with the skills and talent to do great things for Sarawak. This is really the time for all Sarawakians to come together to create opportunities for ourselves in Sarawak. I stand to be guided and corrected in policies and projects. I do hope that those in the know would come forward and give their advice to the government. I am always willing to listen. I am pleased to hear from honourable members on the opposite side of the House that are supportive of the things that the Sarawak government is now doing. Thank you for your support. You are also apprehensive about the implementation. I do understand. I am also grateful for the support from honourable members from my side, the Barisan Nasional, for their support. Many of things we are doing are new to Sarawak. We only have hope and faith and courage, combined with skills and determination. Together, and God willing, we shall succeed. Akhir kata, Datuk Yang Pertua, saya mengucap terima kasih kepada Datuk Mas Speaker ke atas pengendalian persidangan kita kali ini yang cukup kemas dan teratur. Dengan kesempatan ini juga, saya mengucap selamat menyambut Hari Christmas kepada semua yang beragama Kristian dan selamat menyambut Tahun Baru 2018 kepada semua. Saya mendoakan agar ahli yang berhormat dan sekalian yang hadir selamat kembali ke destinasi masing-masing dan terus memberi perkhidmatan yang terbaik untuk rakyat jelata. Saya juga mengucap terima kasih kepada mereka yang terbabit dalam prosiding kita selama kita bersidang pada hari ini. Sekian, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.